Hey. Wow, I thought it was going to be a little bit more. It cut off kind of quick. What's up with that, man?
No, I mean, I got the whole thing in. I just started it late, that's all.
Oh, okay. Get that together. Anyway, guys, this is Drunk with Friends. What's up, guys? My name is V.
This is Willis.
And we're back for another episode. Welcome back. Season 4, episode 3?
Yep.
All right, I'm on it. Yo, I'm getting better this season. Now, when we start getting the double digits, you're gonna lose me. But welcome back. If you've never tuned into one of our episodes before, we always start for the shot. We always end up for the shot. If either one of our phones go off with volume, we have to take a shot. We doing things differently. So this will be my last time telling y'all the new rules. Because it's episode 3. We're doing things differently. We're going to talk about controversial topics, talk about discussion topics. It may be current, it may not. It may just be exploratory, how we feel, and you may agree with us, you may not. You may take my side, you may take his. Either way, we're getting the discussion rolling.
Right.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We officially reached 10,000 streams.
Oh yeah,
10,000 streams. Nigga, we made it. Okay. 10,000 streams all across all our platforms.
Struggling to get
I remember we were struggling to get to like 200, man.
Yeah, right.
I was like, yo. But thank you to everyone who tuned in, our fellow drunks. We love y'all so much. I wish we could take a shot with you guys, but the best we can do right now is to start off this episode with a shot. Hope you got it poured and we get rolling. Cheers.
Cheers.
10,000 streams.
Cheers to 100,000 more. You gotta get these streams.
I ain't gonna lie, that one took me by surprise.
Oh yeah, that hit quick.
Yeah, that jump hit quick. Real quick. Alright, so we're gonna start off with some topics. I have a generalized question before I start to play this video.
Okay.
I thought it was a really thing. I think people misunderstood the definition of both. But how would you compare, what would your definition be? Sacrifice versus compromise. I feel like Cortland, shout out to Cortland last week. He was like, when you start saying tribe/community, it's kind of on the same line, but sacrifice versus compromise.
I think you gotta sacrifice to compromise, don't you?
Okay.
I think the one has to do with the other. Depending on the context, though, too. Like sometimes, you sacrifice for your kids. But when it comes to work, you might not compromise on the quality of your work or the money that you get. So it depends on the situation.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. And one thing that I'm gonna piggyback off, I do feel like sacrifice kind of goes into compromise. And I guess it can be interchangeable. What I think of sacrifice, to me, it boils down to literally going without, right? Like I'm sacrificing my dinner for my kids because they're hungry. Right. I'm going without. But people can view that as she's compromising with herself to provide for her kids. I guess in a different instance. Yeah. Compromise, I feel like, is, hey, I'm meeting you in the middle of something. Right. That's the way I always understood compromise. Like, hey, I want dates one night a week, right? Or I want to go on dates more often. It's up to my partner to be like, all right, Tuesday nights are date nights. Okay. Right. We're meeting in the middle of, hey, I want something. He's like, all right, it may not be all the time, but we can agree to one night a week or something. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video. Okay. And I want you to hear what these ladies said. I just want to put it out there. B. Simone sometimes be getting on my nerves. And I'm not trying to tear down another black woman. I'm just saying some of the things that she say, I just don't agree with at all. And it just irritates me sometimes. Ever since she stole, remember, I think it was a season ago, she stole the work of the artist for the book. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, but anyway, I guess get your coins anyway. She's still getting her money, so it's not my business.
Don't wild out.
Right.
Relationships, you cannot do.
I'm gonna start it over. Hold on.
In relationships, you cannot do more compromising. Sacrifice is okay. I don't feel like compromise is. Sacrifice is something you willingly do. And compromise is something that you are forced kind of into it. You're accepting something that you normally wouldn't accept. When you're in a relationship and you're making more compromises than you're making sacrifices, then you're probably in the wrong relationship. Like a woman sacrifices her body to have a baby. I'm carrying our child, I'm willing to do that. A compromise then would
It's
be,
like, I don't want to have kids.
and now I'm having kids
You want kids.
because you do, and I really never wanted children, and now I fully have compromised.
If I'm doing that much compromise,
I don't like you.
I don't like you.
There is someone out there that you don't have to compromise with.
Yep. If we were not dating, would I be your friend?
People really out here
Yep.
married with people that you wouldn't have a friendship
You
with.
wouldn't want to because you don't like that person.
In relationships,
Wow. Okay. Oh man.
That was a lot, right? That was kind of
Yeah.
crazy. So, in the instance that they're talking about, do you agree with their definition of sacrificing versus compromising?
Yeah, but they put out the extreme, like having a kid and you really didn't want no one.
And I'm the
Yes,
opposite. I don't agree with them at all.
Right.
I'm the opposite. Like, I'm not. If I want to have kids, I'm not sacrificing my body to have
Right.
a kid.
Right.
It's not like I have the option to not do so. You know, it's not like I can't have a kid without it, without changing my body form. Like, it's along with the territory. I don't consider that a sacrifice. That's me wanting kids and I'm having them.
So what if it's like a situation where, like is it compromising or sacrificing? Say like a person's Muslim and they want you to convert.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is that compromising or sacrificing
It depends.
to be in a relationship?
Honestly, I feel like that's compromising.
Okay.
If you, in my opinion, like I said, I'm opposite for what they believe. I think they got them switched, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
I feel
confusing.
yeah, it is. That's why I'm like, I feel like if you're doing more sacrificing than compromising, it's bad. I'm the
Yeah.
opposite of what they're saying.
I agree.
But from what I read in the comments, they're going based off like Webster Dictionary.
Oh, let's look it up.
Yeah, go
Look
ahead.
it up. All right, go ahead.
So, I'm like, the way I understood compromise is literally meeting in the middle of an issue. Something that you both either disagree about or need to find a middle ground. Like, hey, I want Mexican. Hey, I want steak. All right, let's get steak tacos. Like,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? A little bit of both to meet in a common ground. But sacrificing that part is like, hey, I want steak. Hey, I want tacos. I guess we're getting tacos. You know,
That's a compromise.
no, it depends. It depends on that. See, that's why it's
That
really,
is confusing as shit.
no, it's not confusing. It's just like, it could be a compromise in a way that they're like compromising their wants to go along with that. But I see it as a sacrifice. Like, well, damn,
Okay.
I really want a steak. So I'm
So
getting steak. I'm getting tacos.
let's go with the literal definitions.
Mm-hmm.
So first, it's a whole bunch about slaughtering animals and all that other shit.
I didn't
But
understand nothing you just said.
first, it's like a whole bunch of definitions about slaughtering animals,
Oh yeah, we're just
like
gonna-
sacrifice.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
just gonna-
okay.
yeah. It's an act of giving up something valued for the sake of something else regarded as more important or worthy.
And what's that?
That's sacrifice.
That's sacrifice. See, and that sounds like compromise.
And compromise is agreement or settlement of a dispute that is reached by each side making the concessions.
Okay, so that was my definition. Literally,
Yeah.
half and half of something to meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Like my steak
So,
and tacos analogy. So it does the definitions. If you don't mind, read sacrifice one more time.
An act of giving up something valued
Okay.
for the sake of something else
Okay,
regarded
so that's
more
me.
important.
That's like what you was asking me if
Yeah.
I want to convert over to Muslim. That's me literally giving up my Christianity religion
Right.
to be a Muslim.
So you're sacrificing.
I'm sacrificing something that I hold dear to then go over to a whole different faith.
Right.
Versus I'm like, all right, well, why don't we just go to a non-dominational type of
Yeah.
thing, and then we both worship wherever, you know.
Yeah. And
That's
compromising, I'm thinking like on the lines of that also, it could be like, you know, hey, this summer we can only do one vacation. I want to go to Jamaica. You want to go to Mexico. Let's compromise and go to Cabo or something like that. So
Yeah,
that's
but we find
compromise.
something else completely different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I can only think of an example recently. Like, I just had my engagement photos, and there was like, we only need to pick like 4 to 6 photos, but we got 14. All right, we got to sacrifice some of these because we got to cut some of these out because we don't know which ones. Monetarily wise, we're not buying all of them. Number one,
Right.
we agreed on. We didn't have to sacrifice or compromise, but it's like, all right, well, I like this one. I don't like the way I look in this one. I have to compromise. Like, even though I know I look good in this one, and you feel like you don't,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have you looking out here crazy. So I'm compromised. Like, all right, we'll keep that one. we'll get rid of the one that I like, but we gotta get rid of this one that you like.
Yeah.
We're meeting in middle ground, and I feel like that's what a lot of relationships need to be built on, both. But the fact that they said if you're doing more compromising than sacrificing, then you're in the wrong relationship, and that's where it blew me.
Yeah, I disagree too.
I disagree with that. Like, I'd rather compromise more than sacrifice more.
Right, because if I'm sacrificed, that means I can't have it again.
Not even just that. If I'm sacrificed, that's a very good point. I'm not even just that. If I'm sacrificing that also tells me that I'm giving up something that's dear. That was the first thing you said, like something that's valuable to me. So I'm giving up something of myself. If I gotta sacrifice, like for instance, my fiance has a motorcycle. He would sacrifice that because that's something dear to him. But I'm like, babe, we don't need a family car, my car, your car, and a motorcycle. It's like we got all this, like that's a sacrifice. Right. Versus I'm like, babe, we need to get a family vehicle. You're like, all right, I'm gonna compromise that we need to get a family vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, all right, your car, you want your Lexus, whatever. All right, I don't want them in this. We'll get a family car that the kids can mess up on, and that'll just be the car. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but I wouldn't want my partner to make too many sacrifices if it's something dear to them.
I feel like being in a relationship is a sacrifice anyway. Like, I'm giving up all these bitches.
Wow.
It's a sacrifice.
If you didn't have all these bitches when I met you, then you ain't sacrificed shit.
I just didn't tell you about it.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, even in your instance, you had to give up all these niggas.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just to be sacrificed and be one person.
No, it's not. That's not a sacrifice.
So Drake slides in your DM, you had to sacrifice and not respond.
Yeah, that would be sacrifice. If Drake ever hit me up, which even though I'm not even really attracted to Drake, like I'm really not, but it's just the fact of that connect that could have been.
Meek.
Like,
I don't even know if he'll type.
No, he's not my type either. Not at all. Meek is I mean, I love his music, but he's not my type either. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I don't want to be in a relationship where I have to sacrifice more of myself.
I agree.
I don't believe me having children is a sacrifice. No, I think that if you want it, that's something that you should have talked about before getting in a relationship, right?
100%.
Do you guys want to have kids? That's one of those topics where you could stay or walk away from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So don't be surprised, like, oh, I'm sacrificing my body to have kids with you. Well, baby, when we was on our first date, you said you wanted kids. So how am I supposed to know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I probably would have got jabbed if I was there. I'd be like, isn't that what you were built for? Is it really sacrifice if your body's supposed to do it? In certain circumstances?
It's a better way to word it, but...
Yeah, it is. I
was like, what?
That's what I said. I probably would have got slapped.
Yeah. You're about to get stabbed right now. What you mean? Like, but that's what I was saying earlier. That's why I was like, I don't consider having a child sacrifice if your body is intended to give birth,
right? And
you're in a relationship that you love your partner,
right?
And y'all discuss that y'all want to have kids. Like I'm like 2 + 2 = 4, double out to 8. Like, bro, what are we doing?
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about right now? I'm like, so I want to know, you guys, how do you guys feel about this? Sacrifice versus compromise.
Gotcha.
Apply it even to your friendships. Are you doing more sacrificing than compromising in your relationship? Are you doing more compromising versus sacrificing in your relationship? Is it a damper on you? Is it a damper on a strain on that connection? You know, I know a lot of people will be like, yo, she always need me to help her move, or they always need me to do this, like they're sacrificing their time to do something free for their friends.
Yeah.
Are you always that person that's sacrificing for your friends? That's deep. Are you always doing that? Like that?
Are you always giving?
That's what I said, giving and not receiving?
Yeah.
At least in the compromise, you're getting something back.
Right.
Yeah, so definitely reevaluate.
What's the purpose of that friendship?
Right. Definitely reevaluate all your ships, relationships, work ships, friendships, all of that.
Especially your work
family ships, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's all I have for right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I got a little discussion topic. I follow this lady, Sex with Ashley. It's a sex positive Instagram page, and it's nothing like crazy, but it's just
you would follow this page.
I got it from one of your friends, and I'll tell you who later.
I bet I know. You're probably listening right now.
She.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, all right. According to Ashley, more men should look into hiring sex workers to get their needs met instead of trying to date. dating is just a guise. A lot of men just want sex, and that is evident in their lackluster dating efforts. It could all really be so simple. Eliminate the middleman, pay for what you want, and quit trying to date for pussy. Do women feel like that for real?
No, not really. I mean, some probably do. I've seen like one or two people putting this in their story on Instagram. But honestly, I feel like this is going to be a big backfire on women. They don't realize what they're doing. They're literally telling guys to, in a sense, go be prostitutes.
Yeah, but...
I mean, go be whores, basically.
But I think it's in the sense of...
or tell the other woman to be those prostitutes or whores.
I mean, it's your body, your choice. But
agreed. But I'm saying it's influencing them to be like...
I mean, it's going to happen. It's the oldest profession. I mean, it's going to happen. Period. But we're talking about one in the context of just single people. And you're single and you're just trying to date.
Okay. Most single people are whores or prostitutes.
I mean, okay, got you. So I'm thinking of, goes back to the discussion we were talking about other podcasts when I was just like, men hate women but love pussy. Mm-hmm. So I think it's true, especially in this area, guys will date you just to have sex with you. They don't tell you their true intentions. They think that they have to date you to have sex with you. So they'll be like, oh yeah, I want a relationship, I want this, I want that, I want that. Mm-hmm. And then once they get what they want, they ghost or they start acting funny or acting different. I heard a lot of women tell me that. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, don't waste my time dating me if you just want to have sex. Go get it from somewhere else. I'm not mad at her saying that. How do you feel?
I get it, but I feel like it's gonna backfire. If all these men who you want to, because think about how many women already have the mentality that they can change men, right? And when I say that, I mean like after you've been fucking for a while, you think that they'll change and grow into a relationship and all this other shit, right? Those people are not going to be lonely. Yeah. Like now you're gonna have all these people looking for love, looking for a guy, when. Now there ain't no pool. There ain't no pool. Y'all can talk all this shit.
Is there a pool now?
There's a pool, but there's urine in it. It's definitely urine in the pool. It's definitely urine in the pool, but there's some people still in there looking. They just... I'm not gonna let me go to the deeper thing. It's a revolving circle of boy hurts girl, girl hurts boy, and it's a revolving circle, da-da-da-da. But even in the bad rotation, there's people still find a match. It's people getting married and getting in couples and engaged almost every day, bro.
No, I get it. But I think it's just like, I think the bigger conversation is like, especially for men and women, just be true with your intentions. Don't say anything like you want to date me when you don't.
True.
You just want to have sex with me.
But that's a two-way street. I mean, I'm saying that for women as well. Don't say you want a guy to court you and all this stuff when you just want to have a hot girl summer. You know what I'm saying? Like summer ain't over. We still got a month. A little, like 3 or 4 weeks. So
Facts.
like that's a two-way street. But in context, it's most of the time guys that's just like chilling. They would whatever. They want to go whatever you go with. Whatever you go with. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's gonna backfire if it happens to that. People gonna get their feelings hurt.
I mean, the words too prude.
And don't forget, guys have feelings too. Yeah. They gonna get that one girl they gonna have sex with all the time. Next thing you know, you won't want a wife, and they're like, right, you know what it was. And then again, what happened? The revolving circle.
Hot girls summer. Hot girls up. Well, y'all down, to be honest with you, but the summer not over.
Summer not over.
Mm-hmm. Y'all got the song of the summer. FNF, Fuck Nigga Free. That's my shit.
Well, according to the VMAs, the song of the summer was First Class by Jack Harlow.
The white lies. It's the white lies for me.
I can't. It is a catchy song though. It was out the whole summer. It was a catchy little song.
I don't believe in war shows just because I feel like labels pay to get.
Sometimes I do, but then sometimes I'm like, some people it was a long time coming, Yeah. So I like the only reason.
It's a long time coming. Jack Harlow been out like 2 days.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about like people like Vanguard. I mean, I think Toni Braxton got one.
Nicki got one, right?
Yeah, Nicki got it last night.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
what's up with her eyes?
She put on contacts, obviously. For
what kind of contacts? It was like multicolored contacts.
Yeah, it was glow in the dark. That's what was for her set. Did you see her perform?
No.
Yeah, it was part of the set. See, that's the thing. People be asking questions, don't even see the
I
whole.
saw the clips on Instagram.
That's not enough. You need to see the whole performance.
And then
I'm gonna see you the whole 9-minute video, and you will see why.
And she
she
did
has
that,
some glow and dark parts.
She did that Whitney Houston homage too, right?
Yeah.
I like that.
I ain't gonna lie, that was funny.
that.
I was like, oh, you better lay low. I was like, I know where that's from. Where was that from? I love Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. So my next topic.
Gotcha.
Another relational question for you. So how long you been with your before you got married? How long were you with your girlfriend at that time?
Before
you
like 8
proposed?
years.
About 8
Before
years.
I proposed, about 7.
Okay. So including the engagement year, 8, right?
Yeah.
And I've been with my fiance before he proposed. It was 4.5.
Right.
And there's always been this question is up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Is sex old in committed relationship? All right.
Interesting.
Yeah. Is it old?
Okay.
I mean, something about the word old is just.
It makes
yeah.
it sound horrible.
It does. It really, 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 really does. But there's this girl, I follow her on TikTok as well, and I love how she really expresses herself, and she don't give a fuck. So I'm gonna play this, and we'll talk about it.
And Grace, when she says, I don't necessarily owe you my body. Yes, sex is needed in a relationship between a man and a woman. Men can say, you just said earlier, what if a man says, I don't want it? Well, I guess he doesn't want it. I can give you that, Grace. But when you go around here and you become possessive over what you think belongs to you, then I need to start picking out what I think belongs to me. Because my body is not yours. So, yeah, I can give you sex because that is an agreement. We've agreed to give each other love, sex, commitment. But give me grace if I fall short, and I will do the same for you. But if I can't have grace and I can suck you every day, then I need them bags. Money. Give me money.
Okay. That's very confusing. Okay.
Why is that? I was confused about it.
The give me money part didn't got me.
So there was another part. I gotta find it. So there was a part. She's married, by the way.
Yeah.
But she's like, if I'm working every day and I'm taking care of kids and I'm sucking your dick and giving you sex every day, I need something in return. It can't just be like I'm wearing all these hats, doing all that, and I'm not getting any other benefits from it. She was like, yo, give me money. Give me something to make me, feel appreciated in everything that I'm doing. You're making it seem like my body belongs to you and I'm not getting anything back. Like,
Where's the compromise?
She's clearly sacrificing.
Right.
She's not getting nothing back. She's not getting nothing back. She's sacrificing everying.
But don't they have joint account? Well, they married. I mean, some
we
married
don't know
couples
people.
don't have the joint.
Yeah, I said we don't know everybody dynamic.
Right.
We're not going into that. But I agree with the fact where I don't like someone telling me they own me. Like
100%. Yeah.
Own me. I mean, I agreed to come into this marriage, this relationship with you. Yes, we agreed for loyalty, sex, compromise, all that stuff that's supposed to be under the umbrella of a relationship.
Right.
But own me, even if I was married, like yes, and
oh my, you like that Brett Fire song?
No.
Okay.
I'm just playing with you.
I thought you could be a hater because he from here.
No, I was just like, what the fuck are you saying?
No, you're all mine.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, it's kind of toxic. But when you start putting labels like, yo, you're mine, I'm like, yeah, a little foreplay, that's kind of cute. Like, yo, you're mine. Like, okay. But when you start, like, it comes off in a authoritative connotation, like, bro, I don't know. It's not going to work well with me. It's just not going to work well with me.
See, the third eye. They installed it.
I need some more drink.
As kids. Because when they used to get the car from the little boy, what it say? Be mine. Very possessive.
All jokes aside, probably did.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we really don't realize a lot of the stuff you learn as a kid, how it can correlate. Of course, it's innocent in that aspect. But
yeah, 100%.
It does create that little seed. Just put the little seed in and be like, yeah, I gave her a Valentine to be mine. That's my girlfriend now, my sweetheart.
And then also, the original intent of marriage was to own you.
Yeah. Remember, at the point where we were your property. We work property, and that's why
That's
I'm
it.
like, I don't like that.
No, I agree. Like, you don't own your person. I think there does need to be a discussion, especially when it rolls around like sex. It should be a compromise. Like, somebody might have a high sex drive, some person may low sex drive. All right, instead of doing it 4 or 5 times a week, I give you once a week or twice a week, or some type of compromise where everybody's okay. Because a lot of times, to be honest with you, especially young people, once y'all get in this workforce and start working, you at kids, you're too tired to be fucking full time.
I know.
Catch you on a Saturday.
Right, I'm about to say, I know a lot of married people who be like, yo, I'm glad that we have it 3 or 4 times a month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I can be honest. I'm like, there are times like doing 2 jobs, businesses, like a dog, like life.
I'm tired.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
But I make that compromise to be like, all right, I already know it's been a couple days. I need to make sure I tap in before he be like, yo, babe, what's up? You good? You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo. You know, which is okay. It's okay. Especially, but I think the biggest thing is communication.
Yeah.
Be like, babe, I'm tired. Yeah. I'm exhausted. And I remember when I was younger, I was in my 20s, I'm like, what do you mean she tired? Da-da-da-da. But like, when you get niggas is tired. After 30, I just told Willis my crazy weekend I had. I had 8 hours of sleep last night, and I still needed a nap today. I am tired. Yeah, I'm tired. Like,
it's worse though. Yeah, you be like, yo, my back hurt. Maybe my back hurt. My stomach hurt.
Like my knees hurt.
I got a headache.
And I've been prone to get headaches ever since I've been 11 years old. Like, I have a headache. I don't want to be touched. I don't even want to talk.
Right.
What's wrong? Nothing. I just got a headache. I'm chilling.
Now, what I did like about what she said was, she speaks my love language. When she was like, "Give me something, give me money," that's more of a gifts. That's part of the love language. Like, I think she wants some type of recognition for everything that she's doing.
Yeah.
And then and she wants to receive it via buy me a bag or give me a gift or Right. Show that you appreciate everything I do within this household.
Especially if I'm sucking your dick and give you sex every day. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not that person. Every day, I'm not that person.
Hell no.
I wish I could be, but I have other things that's more important than that every day. You know what I'm saying? Like my job. Like getting certs out here, like making our livelihood better.
Yeah.
You know, like there are certain things that
it's just life.
It's just life. You know, especially if you're a grinder like how I am. You know, there's certain things that you want. And the only way you can do that is off the clock. You know, like no matter if you're in education or in IT or engineering, like there are certs, there are little things that you can do to improve to get a higher salary. And what do you have to do? You have to study on that on your own time. Yeah. So people go back to get their masters after work all the time.
People go back to school all the time.
The time.
Just to get the degree, period.
And that's anywhere between 1.5 to 3 years.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Like, you mean you want me, after I done did 150 flashcards and looked through and read 2-3 chapters, you now want me to suck your dick after I done already cooked dinner, put the kids up. Bro, leave me the fuck alone. See, I'm just saying.
I've been cool in that relationship. You want money? Here you go. But see, all I get is, you can't buy me. I'm like, you sure?
Not too sure.
What you want these?
Not too sure. I cannot. Yeah.
But like I'll treat you and your sister and your girlfriend.
But you know what?
Have brunch with me. Here you go.
Because I think she said she's been married 11 years. I think she said.
Oh yeah, so she should know.
Yeah. But my thing is that all comes down to knowing each other's love language. Mm-hmm. Her partner knows that she wants monetary gifts or some type of gift if he wants to keep getting sex and shit every day.
I do anything for the kids and all this other stuff.
Right, come on. And she's an online content creator, so like I don't even know if she even works her regular Monday through Friday anymore. It's all and we're in the business. You know how long it takes to edit and script things up and then do cameras and then do lighting and then upload MP3 and then download this and then trim that and then cut that and that's just the editing. We still gotta come up with content.
Facts.
Still gotta come up with content.
Facts.
Still gotta, and then don't let somebody want to collab with you. Then it's a whole bunch to go with it. outside of just, hi everyone, here's my opinions, take it or leave it. No, it's a lot to go into.
It's a whole job of content creating.
Yes, it is. Yeah. That's why I'm so happy you guys, again, 10,000 streams, that our hard work has like shown us like, oh, people fuck with us.
Yeah.
You know, at least they fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know who you're here for.
But yeah, so I thought that was interesting. So y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Do you think that she's right? And this is a two-way street, because some women can be possessive too. Like, you don't own me.
Okay. So I feel like this whole episode has been about like relationships and stuff. So I got one last question. All right.
All right, let's go.
All right, take a listen to this lady. This is her opinion.
You know what? Y'all women don't want no good man. No, y'all don't. Y'all want the thugs. Yeah, y'all want the guys that's gonna break your heart. Yeah, you do. You keep on talking to the same type of dudes. Yes, you do. Be quiet. You do. You don't want the good guys, the simps. The guys that stay in the house and won't cheat on you. You don't want him. He's too boring. Right? He's too lame. He's not attractive. Girl, you better enjoy that peace that comes with that man. That man offers peace that you ain't never had in your entire life. You hear me? You better get with that man because of what he can do for your soul. You better get with that man for what he can do for your soul, not for what he can do. Oh, he look good out here. Oh, he fine. Oh, baby, that don't mean anything. The older you get, you want peace and stability and love. That's it. That's all you should ever want from a man. Stop saying y'all want a good man when you ain't even attracted to what a really good man offers you. Okay?
How do you feel about that?
I feel like she has a slight point. I guess because like, for instance, you can like everything's off of first appearances, right?
Right.
So you could like somebody with swag and that can dress, right? That doesn't mean that he's the same type of nigga that you dated before who had swag and that can dress. You won't know that person's good or bad until you actually converse with them and see where their head's at. What the Corley said, find out what their community's like, find out what their tribe like, all that. Then you can decide if you want to continue to talk to this person. Granted, it's always that chance. People lie every day. They tell you what they want to hear.
Right.
All right, but you're taking that gamble, as being in the dating pool is, to see if this guy is better or not. I can't help that the guy with swag came at me and be like, hey, yo, V, can I buy you a drink? Or like, hey, sweetheart, you look attractive, can I buy you a drink?
Right.
I can't help that guy had the ambition and the guts to come up to me versus the guy who, or she said, the good guys that's at home. How can I talk to somebody that's at home? Where he at? He at home. He not out mingling?
I mean, he on the apps.
But I'm not on the apps. So how am I supposed to find that? So I gotta now do every avenue to find the guy that's at home twiddling his thumbs or doing him? Like, I feel like there's a hard connotation on people who choose a certain type. If that's all that's in their community or what they're surrounded by, what can they do? I'm gonna have to drive all the way 30 minutes to go to a different country club to see if I can get me a whole different type of guy. I literally watched a TikTok. Someone was like, if you want to find you a guy that wants to be a sugar daddy, you have to go to one of these country club rich county communities and go to their country club bar or something on the 15th floor penthouse thing and buy a drink. And then when they spark up a conversation, hey young lady, what you doing here? Oh, I'm here. And you just, when you start talking, they see your ring or they see that you have a boyfriend. Yeah, but I'm looking for someone to take care of me. And it gives the man the opportunity to be like, oh,
I'm about to get me a sugar baby.
I'm about to get me a sugar baby.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You go to where you want to find the person that you want.
Okay. So I'm going to try not to be offensive when I say this
it's not gonna
to
work.
any woman.
It's not going to work.
I feel like that's a young girl's game. Where I think some women, like, especially when they're like, early dating, like in their early 20s. Oh, I want this thug, I want this image, I want this bad boy type image. But I feel like some women grow out of it and some women don't. And I feel like the older you get, the less is about looks. Because I was even talking to one of my friends today, and she was just catching me up. and she was just like, yeah, my sister has a new girlfriend now. She's not attractive, but she treats her nice and she's funny and da da da. And I'm like, you know, and we're all like, she's in like late 40s and early 40s, and she was just like, yeah. And I was like, I agree. It's like, it's not all about looks though that you get.
Yeah, no.
Like you want somebody, you can look bad as fuck. Like you could be the baddest thing walking. If you got a shitty attitude, I'm not gonna talk to you.
All right, trash.
I can't.
Trash or cocky for me. That's
Yeah.
it. Can't stand no cocky man. Like, bro, I've had better. All right, bye.
So I think that's kind of like a young people's game, caring about looks and what this image and all this.
And it doesn't mean that you. I'm sorry to cut you off. It doesn't mean that you have to be with somebody ugly. It just means that you're compromising.
Right.
You're compromising. Like, yo, for me, I'm like, as long as I give me a strong 7, they got a good job.
Right.
Loves the Lord, has a good head, respectful, mannerable. Yeah. Like, fine. Because I mean, I don't care what nobody says. I don't care how good you look, right? You're going to always look ugly or mid to somebody, right? So, like, everyone thinks, oh, Rihanna's beautiful. But there's somebody out here who's like, Rihanna, hurry. She still got a big forehead. You know,
Stupid.
Like, she got pretty eyes. I mean, I know a lot of people with pretty eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be someone that has something negative or something to say. Like, all right, Beyonce regular for real. If she ain't you know, it's always going to be someone that doesn't think that you're a perfect 10. So why not find someone that you feel like is a 10 completely for you,
right?
And then go forward with that, because you're not going to be a number 10 to everybody.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm a 7, you a 7. Hey, high five. Let's have some 7 babies.
7 up.
You know, let's just do this.
Right.
Let us provide. I'm like, man, why do you think a lot of whatchamacallits, I was about to say, not sugar babies, but why? I guess you could say that. Why a lot of sugar babies go with these older guys? Because they know what they want.
They know what they want. They got the money to finance what they want.
Exactly.
And
so it's all about what you want.
And it's a compromise.
It's a compromise, because that's what they're compromising, dating people their age and doing whatever, versus being on a fast track.
Yeah. And then at the end of the day, if you're happy, you're happy. It shouldn't matter about looks that much anyway.
I mean, honestly, it shouldn't. But like you said, it's a young people thing, I think.
Yeah. 100%.
But once you get to that age, you're like, oh, he's cute. Da, 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 da. It's all about attractive. Versus, like you said, well, get that piece. Well, how am I supposed to know he's my piece? Sis?
True.
I'm not going to know. He's going. We in a lounge setting and I see him chilling. I'm going to be like, oh yeah, you seem peaceful. How the fuck does that work?
But I think it's an image, because like, oh shit, I hope she don't see this. But like, I know women that date the same type of men. They've been dating the same type of man for like 20 goddamn years. Like, oh, every time I see you, you pretty much cut and paste this nigga. All you light skinned niggas with dreads, tattoos. That's all you like. You've been dating them since you was 18. Now you're 30 something, and you wonder why you still single, because you have a type.
Yeah.
Try something different.
I mean, I remember I was in this, shout out to my brother Chris. I remember I was in his basement about 7 years ago, and we were just talking, and he was like, "V, you gotta get out your type. You have a certain type. You gotta get out your type. That's why certain shit ain't working." I was like, it's working for me, because I'm still in my 20s. I'm like, it's working for me. I'm having fun. Like, they cute, you know, sex is good. We out here doing this and the third. It was like, yeah, but you keep on saying you want something lasting. You gotta go out your bubble. Start dating types. Different things. So then I started like, all right, I'm a little dark skin, a little Spanish. You know, I'm gonna start doing assorted flavors and see what I come up with.
No one said date out your race. Say out your bubble. I'm just kidding.
Hey, my business.
Love who you love.
Right. I'm just saying. But yeah, you can't put no limits on it. But then again, you can't just assume somebody, because there's some people with swag that's real chilled out. I see them on TikTok all the time. Like, yo, they cute. They're cute. And he's probably peaceful as shit.
Right.
How am I supposed to know that this guy with swag is peaceful? How am I supposed to know that this guy who's sitting at the couch isn't going to tear me down? And like, just because they look like a homebody or they look like that, don't mean that they ain't peaceful. That they are the person for you. Like, bro, everybody got shit with them.
Yeah, that's what.
It's just about which type of shit you willing to compromise with.
Right. Before we end this question, so I saw this thing on TikTok. I be on TikTok too much.
Yes, you do.
This woman said that women are taught at an early age, always look how a guy treats their mother. That's how he's going to treat you. Mm-hmm. That's true. Do you think that's true? Or were you taught that? And did that affect on how you dated?
Yep, most definitely. I talked about it last week. Seeing how they treat their mothers, elderly people. Honestly,
Sister.
even down to like even how they act in the restaurant. Now that I'm a little older, like if they like disrespectful, because I used to be a waiter, you know, in my early college days. Seeing how they talk to waiters or bartenders and shit, like bro. So you don't have no class or have any proof for like the working class. Like just because you a lawyer or whatever don't mean you gotta shit on somebody who's working on tips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
no, everyone starts somewhere.
100%.
Like so, yeah, I do believe that my I think I said the last episode, like my mom was like, yeah, Paige tell I got her. Does he say yes ma'am? Does he come when he's called? Like does he opens the door for you? Like all these things that we were considered growing up being mannerable or respectful. Like I joke with my fiance all the time, but he opens the door for me everywhere we go. If I touch the door, he gets mad. What are you doing? He'll hit my hand. I'm like, wait, you was at the door. What was I supposed to do? Wait for you to come walk around? Yes. Oh, okay. You know, like, but at the end of the day, I love that because he's like, yo, when we have sons, I'm gonna make sure they know. Go open the door for your mother. Like, go over there, help your sister. Go out there with your sister, make sure she's all right. Yeah. Even though sister gonna be like 8 years older than him, but still, just to learn those fundamentals of manners and how respectful things will be. I don't want to hear that shiver is dead when people are still trying to teach the next generation these things. But I really do think that it does matter because I've seen guys cuss out their mom, and I'm like, ooh,
right.
Ooh, you ain't coming over to see my mom because the moment when you raise your voice to my mom, because if you can do that to your mom, you do that to your mom, you ain't gonna have no respect for mom.
Facts.
Or you ain't gonna have respect for me. Because I think that happened with one of my exes one time. He was respectful, but it was like he had a big talk back with my mom. Like kept talking back. And my mom was like, "Yo, you don't even have to, like, you can get out of my house." He's like, "All right, whatever." And my mom was like, "Nope, you stay here. He can go."
Right.
Because that type of thing. Next thing you know, he gonna hit you or he gonna do something. Like, of course, parents go to the max.
Yeah.
But he was like, "Yeah, all that attitude and talking back, and he got that aggression. No, he's giving me aggressive, abusive vibes. No." And I never talk to him anymore. Yeah, pretty much.
So V, where can they find us at?
They can find us on our Instagram page. We have a link in the bio. You can hit on that to whatever streaming service you want to. We're on Pandora, we're on Alexa, we're on Castbox.
Yep.
Okay. So Alexa Play. Past that Pandora already. We're on YouTube, obviously, video. Rate, like, subscribe. We're on iTunes. We're on Google Play. We're everywhere, guys. Google us.
Yeah, pretty
Literally,
much.
Google us. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate you for, again, 10,000 streams. I am overjoyed and, like, really excited because, you know, there were times it was rough, guys. It was rough. But we're here, you know, and that's all that matters. We keep striving to bring out content, have some fun, and, of course, to drink and get drunk. With that being said, we are pouring our shots. Hopefully you poured yours too. Make sure you tune in on Tuesdays for the episode drop. Wednesdays. Even if we don't we don't promote it, because sometimes, right, we do work Monday through Friday just like a regular person. Even if we don't post like a video or a clip on our social media page, we still it's still most of the time posted on our YouTube. Yeah. So definitely check that out. Share it to a friend. Tell somebody. And if you want to join, make sure you hit our DMs. Don't be scared. We can do Zoom still. Or you can come over in person if you're in the area. We've had people travel from Philly, Jersey, Delaware. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't matter where you are. Just make sure you reach out. With that being said...
Come through.
I come through. All right, guys.
Sing today.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what's going on with you. Anyway, cheers, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed.
And we'll see you guys.
I hope y'all watching Game of Thrones. What the heck? House of Dragons. I then merged both of them. House of the Dragons. You know, black people. House of Dragons. Y'all tune into that. All right. Have a good one.